Hi, my name is Daniel Brigman. My family started NuManna Foundation over 14 years ago to help people prepare. And Mondo's asked me to take a couple minutes and give you a few things to think about. Just a few years ago, Americans didn't even consider emergency preparedness. But I think COVID changed all that. It changed that paradigm forever. The supply chain began to break. War in Ukraine magnified the problem, and the price of food went up and availability went down. We all remember that. Well, what if the past 4 years is just a prelude to something much worse? Let's go back in history a little bit. At the end of World War II, the United States, it provided spiritual, economic, physical stability to the world. We literally fed Europe. The dollar, it became the reserve currency, the reserve mechanism. It ensured order in a broken world. We have been blessed amazingly because of this. And as you sit in this auditorium or listen on your computer, governments around the world are making plans to end that 80-year kind of agreement or dominance or whatever word you want to use of the dollar as the world reserve currency. BRICS nations, you may have heard that term, other foreign governments are taking steps towards a new financial order and this new way of having transaction, new reserve currency. This is happening. Have you thought about what that will mean for you? I really believe that you should. Also, have you thought about who grows your food? Farmers are feeling even more pressure. Not only are their costs, fertilizer, fuel, they're rising faster than inflation, but corporate middlemen are squeezing them on price. It's becoming harder and harder for them to even make a living. It gets worse. You may not have heard about the farmers of Southeast Idaho. Well, there is a major clash right now over resources between corporate interests and those who are growing the actual food. The family-owned farmers in the middle of a fight they're not even prepared for, and that fight is for water. State agencies, similar to what we've seen in California over the last decade or so, they're pushing right now to dry up over 500,000 acres of some of the richest volcanic soil we have in this whole country. And I know this story well because a personal family friend is one of those farmers. He and his wife, they pray every night that their water rights are not taken away, that they continue farming, they can continue doing this service for the country. And this is just the beginning. Why is this happening? Simple. In times of uncertainty, like we are seeing, what is the most certain resource? Food and water, of course. Well, the corporations know this, and you should also. And can you imagine what food prices will become as the dollar is pushed aside and water is taken from family farms? Prices are shocking to you now. If this is allowed to happen, they won't shock you. They'll take your breath away. And I have not even mentioned North Carolina, the natural disasters we saw there. I haven't even mentioned Israel at all. To all the pastors, the entrepreneurs, leaders, and especially mothers listening, to help prepare, ask yourself these questions. 1, what would you do if you couldn't go to the store for 2 weeks or a month? What would you do if you turned on the water faucet and nothing came out? What would you do for food and water if you had to leave your house? Similar to North Carolina. And 4, what would you do if food prices doubled or tripled, or if there was no food available at all? I believe America has a divine beginning and a divine destiny, and I believe that you're part of this. These questions are important. Our mission at NuManna is to help you be prepared the best way possible. So go to NuManna.com/Mondo, and you can begin to get your questions answered. You can start to make a plan. Being prepared is a no-lose investment. God bless you, and please pray for our farmers, especially those in Southeast Idaho. They need it.